geeks of the world, and welcome to the Will Dogs Games and Wrestling, and Merry Christmas!
Leaker Will Dog, what are you talking about?
Gaming Will Dog, Merry Christmas!
Christmas was 3.5 months ago.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Remember? I got you that Daniel Bryan ugly sweater? It's WrestleMania or something like that this weekend.
WrestleMania? Christmas? Same thing.
If you say so, I'm gonna go play Mario.
And hello everybody, it is Christmas for every WWE fan. It is WrestleMania weekend. We are less than 24 hours out from the big event, and we must ask ourselves, what type of Christmas are we going to have this year? Is it going to be like 2 years ago, when there was a big pile of presents and an opportunity under the tree? Or is it going to be more like Dad just got laid off? Well, I think it's kind of like Dad just got laid off. But it's not as bad as our friend who watches TNA, whose eviction notice is swinging from the door still. So, we're going to talk about my predictions for WrestleMania 32, or as I've been calling it, WrestleMania Star, with last year being WrestleMania Play Button, because obviously WWE doesn't believe in Roman numerals anymore. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about how I would book each match and how I think this is actually going to play out. And sometimes these are two very different things. So, we're going to talk pre-show matches first, then we'll do the lower card and work our way to the more important matches. And I'll let you know where I think things are going to go. But overall, this show has a lot to live up to after yesterday's NXT TakeOver Dallas. That was an amazing show. And that will be part of my weekly wrestling wrap-up later on this week. So, first of all, let's talk about the Total Divas versus Bad and Blonde match. It's a 10-diva match, tag match, that I'm frankly couldn't be any less excited for. We've got Team Total Divas, Brie Bella, Paige, Natalya, Alicia Fox, and Eva Marie against Team Bad and Blonde, Lana, Naomi, Tamina, Emma, and Summer Rae. Now, the obvious way to book this after Eva Marie's poor reception on Raw last Monday is for her to turn heel on Team Total Divas and Team Bad and Blonde pick up the win. Now, that's how I would book it. But how I think it's actually going to happen, I think Total Divas picks up the win and they continue to push Eva Marie down our throats as a face. Because if history is any teacher, it's that WWE doesn't care about what the audience is thinking if it goes against what they want to do. So, I see Total Divas taking this match and nobody caring. So, next we'll have Kalisto versus Ryback for the United States Championship. Now, this is one of those rare instances where I think the right thing is going to happen. I think Kalisto is going to retain the title. They have not built up Ryback whatsoever in this feud, and they love their underdog win, and so do I, frankly. So Kalisto should retain that title this weekend. And lastly, on the pre-show, we have the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, versus the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and Devon. And this is another one where what I think should happen is not going to happen here. The Usos should win this match, mainly because I am not a big fan of what I deem as legends of the business. Your Brocks, your Rocks, your Dudley Boys, and all these people who come back. Your Chris Jerichos, your Undertakers. I'm not a big fan of them winning. I'm a big fan of using what they had, using that to prop up the younger talent so they can rise up. But they've been building the Dudley Boys as a henchman of the Authority over the past couple weeks, and I think WWE is going to book this as a Dudley Boys win, but I think they should do the job and let the Usos go over. So we'll see what happens, but I definitely think the Usos should go over here. So to start off, we'll talk about, these are in no particular order except for I'm going to do what I deem lower card matches, and then we'll talk about the upper card later. I'm not saying this is the order of the show because nobody knows until it goes on. So let's talk about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. 20-man Battle Royal. I love Battle Royals, but they have squandered the opportunity with this Battle Royal the past 2 years, having Cesaro win the first one and then doing nothing with him. And then Big Show last year, which he didn't even need the win. So this year, there are 16 announced participants, last time I checked. Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, Big Show Kane, Tyler Breeze, Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, Fandango, Damian Sandow, Darren Young, Connor Victor, Goldust, and R-Truth. Now, that leaves 4 people unannounced. Now, I'm not going to talk about who I think they're going to book to win it because they really haven't given us any build-up, and I can't really say. But who I think should win isn't one of those names. Seth Rollins has been back in the gym. He seems to be ready to go. Bring him back in this match, have him win the Battle Royal, put him back in the main event scene, and make this something people want to win every year. So that is how I would book this if he's ready to go. Seth Rollins wins the Battle Royal. Now, the one thing they should not do, there's also word that John Cena is ready to come back. He does not need this win. So I am hoping, above all hope, they do not bring him back for this Battle Royal and have him win it. Because that is squandering the match yet again. Alright, let's move on. We'll do New Day versus League of Nations for the... I don't even think it's a title match. So you got New Day, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods against League of Nations, Sheamus, Alberto Del Rio, Rusev, and King Barrett. 3-on-4 handicap match. This one, kind of hard to tell. I would have New Day win, especially if you're going to have Reigns win later on in the night, which they're obviously going to do. So I would have New Day win. I fear that they're going to book a League of Nations win here because they have not really made League of Nations look too good going into this match. And classic WWE booking says if you're not standing tall before the pay-per-view, sorry, buddy. Yeah, well, if you're not standing tall, you're going to win, but sorry, buddy, to the people who were standing tall over you. So next we'll go into the AJ Styles Chris Jericho match. This is one of those few that I think what is right is going to happen. AJ Styles does go over Chris Jericho in this one. It will happen. There's no other way to book this. And Chris Jericho is notorious for putting over people who need to be put over. You look at Fandango, 3 years ago? Now, they squandered that in his momentum, but Jericho did the job, and he'll do the job again today. So let's go into the ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. The way I would book this, you have Sami Zayn win it, and you lead into a Kevin Owens-Sami Zayn feud. Now, I fear that they are going to have Kevin Owens retain, but fear is not really the right words. I just don't think it's the best way to go. Kevin Owens retaining is not the worst thing in the world. It would be fine if Sami Zayn wasn't in this match. Now, how they should have booked this should have been a one-on-one Kevin Owens-Sami Zayn match. They squandered this opportunity by making it this 7-person ladder match. It's terrible. So, Sami Zayn, pick up the title, hopefully. Now, Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. How I would book this, definitely Sasha Banks wins it. Sasha Banks was the best in NXT. She's the best on the main roster. She deserves that title. Now, how do I think they're going to book it? Same thing. Alright. I scared you there for a minute. Sasha Banks will pick this up with a pin over Becky Lynch. Or a submission. Probably even a submission with a bank statement. So, we'll go into Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. No holds barred street fight. How I would book this, you have Dean Ambrose pick up the unlikely victory, especially with Roman Reigns winning later on in the night. You want the crowd hot. You have Dean Ambrose win. Now what's going to happen? Brock Lesnar is going to win this match. And that's a terrible thing to say, but he's going to win this match. I don't dislike Brock Lesnar, but he does not need this match at all. And if you have Dean Ambrose win here, and you're obviously going to put the title on Reigns later on the night, that sets up the inevitable Roman Reigns-Dean Ambrose feud for the title post-WrestleMania. Alright, second biggest match of the night, and I only say this because the title should always be first. Shane McMahon versus Undertaker. As many of you know, this is the reason I started doing weekly wrestling wrap-ups, because I started watching Raw again. I am going to probably get a lot of flack for what I'm about to say, but Shane McMahon should win this match. Now, if Shane wins, he gets control of Raw, and Undertaker will not be able to compete at WrestleMania. Shane should win because nobody likes the Authority. People like me, diehard wrestling fan, stop watching because of the Authority. You're losing ratings because of him, or because of them. Why not put Shane in charge? And also, you put Shane in charge, he can get rid of that stipulation from the match. He can reinstate Undertaker. It's a win-win. Am I a big fan of Undertaker losing at WrestleMania again? No. But also, if they don't reinstate it, will we really miss Undertaker at WrestleMania? I love The Undertaker, alright? If he was listening right now, I would tell him, hey man, you had a good run. But he hasn't wowed since about WrestleMania 29 against CM Punk. That has been the last time he has had a good match at WrestleMania. I know that's only, 2 WrestleManias ago. Well, 3, but 2 in between now and then. I don't think he can go like he used to. So, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It wouldn't feel like WrestleMania every year, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And lastly, on the card, we have, of course, Triple H versus Roman Reigns for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And the crowd goes mild. Alright. This is not what I wanted. I don't think this is what most people wanted. They tried to put Triple H as a heel, but in doing so, booked him as a face because of what he was doing to Roman Reigns. Because nobody wants to see Roman Reigns in the title picture. So, how do you book this? Here's how I would book this. I would book this as a Roman Reigns win. Don't get me wrong. Triple H has no business with that title. You have Roman Reigns win, you have The Rock come out, and you have Roman Reigns turn heel on The Rock. I've been saying it since they announced he was going to be at Mania this year. You have Roman Reigns turn heel on him. And that's the only way to do it. And then with Dean Ambrose being Brock Lesnar in my booking, you had to face Dean Ambrose against a heel Roman Reigns for the title. It would be the only way to go. And also think about this for 1 second. Back in the late 90s, they booked Stone Cold as the ultimate heel. They brought Stone Cold in to be the ultimate heel. And he became a mega babyface. They start booking Roman Reigns as a heel. He's going to become a mega babyface because they're going to want to see him be heel. He will not be booed anymore. Just like John Cena. If John Cena went heel today, if he came back and just turned on somebody today, he would be cheered louder than anybody. So, that would be the obvious booking. Now, what do I think is going to happen? Roman Reigns is going to win the title. It's going to be a babyface win. There's the end of your WrestleMania. Unless, of course, they have Shane and Undertaker go on last. So, I think they're stubborn, and that's what's going to happen. But we got less than 24 hours now. All will be told then. Hopefully I'm wrong on some of this, on what I think they're going to do, and they actually go through the logical choice. But until then, I will leave that right there. Go ahead and comment down below what you think. If you think I'm right, think I'm wrong, go ahead and let me know. I'd love to comment back. Hit that subscribe button for me. Alright, follow me on Facebook, The Will Dogs Games and Wrestling YouTube page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, @TheWillDog. Go ahead and find me on Twitch, TheWillDog1988. Alright, so look out for my instant reaction following WrestleMania tomorrow. I will be doing an instant review directly after the show. So I'll leave that there and say, whatever your geek is, be sure, let your geek out.